So it's crazy for me. It's like California just passed a law to give people who commit pedophilia, as long as the person that they violated was 10 years younger than them, then they don't have to register as a sex offender.
Maximum 10 years.
Maximum 10 years.
Between.
So if you're
in between that 10 years when you did it, you will serve your time. You'll come out, but it won't be in your record, or you won't have to go and register.
So if you're 18 years if you're 18 years old and you rape a kid who's 8 years old within that 10 years, right? 18 and 8, then you serve your time, and then you come out, and then you don't have to register a sex offender.
Yeah, you have a clean slate.
Clean slate, so you can still go back into society, apply for a normal job. You can still apply for jobs that are around children, all right? Around children, and that kid who you just raped, the 8-year-old kid is traumatized for life.
Yeah, and you know what else is crazy about this is, in your neighborhood, you never know who's a sex offender.
Exactly.
You don't know who to watch out for now. Like you can look up and like who's the sex offenders around your area, right? And that way you can protect your family and stuff around you.
This subject is really blowing me right now, so I'm gonna.
Dude, it's blowing my mind,
bro. It's
just, dude, it's so sick, bro.
It's sick.
It's sick, bro.
I need a drink.
Need some water to calm it down.
All these sick people, freak,
bro.
No,
now, within your neighborhood, you don't know who's a sex offender, who's not. Like, your kids can be playing outside, not knowing your neighbor's a sex offender, and this dude is just like watching them, taking pictures of them, and then one day one of your kid goes missing, and then
yeah.
And that's how like nowadays you notice that a lot of people are going missing.
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of people are going missing, but you don't see that on the news.
Yeah, it's on the news. It's usually on social media.
Yeah.
People will post it and share it on their page.
Dude, like kids are getting snatched at Walmart like it's nothing, bro. Like in front of their parents too. Like they're getting snatched, thrown into the van, and they're gone.
And I want to bring this point. The purpose of creating a registry for sex offenders is that way they don't repeat it. So that way it prevents them from going into places where there are children, so they're more likely to go and commit that same behavior.
Like if somebody already knows he's a sex offender.
And also it gives us resources as it's a public website where I can go into that website. Anybody can go on that website and search for these people. So if a new neighbor comes in,
like you can search around your area too, like your neighbors and stuff like that. Who's like the residents here. Like you can look them all up, and then you'll see like their record.
Their record and their public address, because they have to put their most current address.
Yeah.
Right. So you can, if a neighbor comes in, you can just look them up real quick, just do your due diligence to make sure you take care of your kids, to make sure your neighbor is not a child molester.
Yeah.
Right. But now they just passed a law in Cali to take that away. Mm-hmm. So now
you're like you don't know, man. Like you're literally not safe. Like your kids are not safe at home.
For me, it's just like when I saw that happen, I was like, "Where is our world going to?"
Dude.
It's like, for me, this is the way I saw it. It's like, are there any good people left out there? Are there
It's me and you.
That's why we talk about this, right?
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like, for me, and it was passed by Democrats, right? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy for me. These are educated people. Right? These politicians.
These are politicians.
These are politicians, educated people.
They know the law.
They know the law. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are doctors. Some of them have history in their family. They've all been in politics. And I'm like, for me, it's like, where's the good? Where's like the good? Like the goodness in people.
Everything is all about snatching power now.
Right.
Like
that means all these people in this room voted for this.
Yeah.
To happen.
They were just like.
Right, and also put in perspective, all these people, I don't know, but 99% of them, I guarantee, have kids.
Yeah.
Right. For me, if you pass a law that should be a law that you would be willing to, you'd be okay for your kids to live within that law.
It's like.
So that's the
I can't live with myself if I had to do something like that.
Yeah,
it's like I was watching this movie, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like a war movie, right? And dude was telling, like, he couldn't hold a gun.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he told him, like, you can't take a life. And he told him like, I can't live with myself if I took another man's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like he was getting like, you know, he was getting like shit for it. And then, but like, it's those like ideas and morals. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
And having like a good conscience.
What is the morals anymore in our politicians? What is the goodness? You know, the goodness and you know, just the faith in God. You know, all the things that we're taught.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy for me to see all these people pass a law knowing full well the ramifications is going to happen to the future kids in our society, especially
and you know, and,
protection for our
and
kids.
They have kids. Like, what were they thinking?
Exactly, they
when
have
were
kids
passing
too.
that?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Or from the way I see it is, the reason,
unless they're in on this shit, like, ugh.
there's only two reasons. Look, this is why I see it. The only two reasons why they will pass a law, even though they have kids themselves. Number one, they're in on it. So it's a family thing. All right. Number two, they think that they're so rich that they feel like that
They're separated.
They're separated. Yeah. So whatever happens to the regular people, that's not
It's
going to
not
happen
gonna
to
happen
us
to them.
because we
Yeah.
live in a gated community. We don't have to worry about child molesters coming to my gated community. We're rich. We have everything sent home. It's like they feel like that these problems doesn't apply to them. And that's why they're able to pass that law.
Yeah, because like
That's what I mean,
they can put their kids in like
Exactly.
a school where it's separated from everybody
Exactly.
else.
They protect their kids.
Yeah.
They have the resources. So
Like, they can even have school at home.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they'll get like the best education.
So that's the way I see it. I'm trying to, because for me, I was trying to understand like, why would these people then took a step back? Okay, try to put like think about it logically.
Yeah.
Oh, they're rich.
Yeah.
So rich people, they don't think like us as regular people. So they're like, oh, this law doesn't apply to us, so we're good.
Yeah, like.
I mean, that's the only reason I can see that. Why would they pass a law, even though they have kids themselves?
It's because like they're not governed by the law.
Yeah.
So like they feel like they're above the
They're
law.
above it. Yeah, they're all different.
because they're in politics and because you know they're the ones that are making the laws pretty much. They're trying to pass the bills and stuff like that. So they feel like they're above these laws.
Bro, it's
like it doesn't apply to them. When you make, when you're, making laws and stuff. Some of these people are just evil, man. They're just evil people.
Yeah, that's why I felt like I told you before. That's why I felt like that during that time, a long time ago, when we had when we were trying to debate about the male and female. We should have stood our ground at that point.
Yeah.
And not pass it. Like, look, male's gonna be male, female's gonna be female. Because once we compromise that, then you lift that up for interpretation, and not everybody's coming out with their own interpretation. You know what? I'm an adult, but I feel like a kid inside. So that's why I wanna, come.
Do you remember when they were passing Proposition 8?
Yeah.
I think
same
it was
sex
back
marriage.
in I think it was like back in 2000.
7? It was during Obama, right?
Yeah,
it was during
Obama. I think it was 2006 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I remember they were going through that Proposition 8 and stuff, and I was getting a lot of shit for actually agreeing with it, not having same sex marriage. The other thing is like yes on Prop 8 if you didn't want it, and it was no if you did want it, if you did want same sex marriage. And I got a lot because of what I believe and what I was taught growing up, I was getting a lot of shit in school for it. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand it at first, why am I getting shit for saying what I believe in. And then now that I'm older and it's the same thing going on. Except it's it's a lot bigger than it's a lot bigger than yourself. And I feel like that's where we're going. Everything's gonna be everything's gonna be legalized, and you don't know where your morals stand.
As I'm telling you, this society we live in, it's I feel like I see it slowly moving into making pedophilia a norm. Let me ask you a question. So if say it's hypothetical. Say 20 years from now, pedophilia is a normal and it is legal in the United States, right? How would you feel about that? If they pass a law legalizing pedophilia, it's normal and it's legal. Like how
I feel like when we get to that point,
yeah. What would,
I don't think we're gonna be able to like pick or choose what we have, what we can do or not do.
Yeah.
Like we probably won't have rights anymore
Mhm.
at that point. You know what I mean? Because what's the point of trying to think for yourself when the government's already like has strayed
yeah.
so far off. I mean, at that point, we might as well just be a communist country.
I'm telling you right now, man. If they legalize.
I think I'm going back to Tonga. To be honest, I'm moving. I'm back to the islands.
If they legalize pedophilia, bro. Nah, I'm not playing. I ain't playing with that, man.
No.
Nah, anybody come close to my kids, I don't get this ego. Like, if somebody touches my kid, I'm sure
I mean,
I'm gonna put my hands on them.
yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I don't care. I don't care if it's legal.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it's legal.
I don't give a shit if it's illegal or illegal. I'm putting hands on somebody.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, just
But
thinking about it, I'm thinking about leaving the country at that point.
I'm telling you, it's a possibility because like you said, that's the first step. Once they pass that law,
Yeah.
that's the first step.
That's the first step to
They don't.
normalize.
They wouldn't just pass that. They wouldn't just pass it. Just pass that
That's just in California alone, though.
alone.
So, like, if you commit any of that here, it's okay. I mean, anywhere else, it's not okay yet. But this is the first step. Now that they've seen this, all these other states that have that agenda, that want that agenda passed, they're gonna start looking.
They're gonna hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah, they're gonna hop on it. They're gonna
Count
vote on it.
Let's go. Let's do our part.
And it's crazy, man, how people can think like that, though.
No.
Like, that's crazy.
I know,
Bro.
I
don't know if they're thinking about their kids or
Nah,
they're not thinking about their family.
Like I said, those I don't feel like those politicians see us. They don't associate. They don't think that they have the same problems as we do.
Yeah,
So
they don't
that law wouldn't matter to them I feel like in their head because they're on a different level when it comes to
you seen
financially.